this killer soldier was on the run for 7 years. Thank God the police caught him. Could you imagine? You see this man in the grocery store or something, and he found you just because he wanted to? And he's a soldier. You're not whooping him. Let's see what happened, bro. Let's see what happened.
Out off of Southeast Main Street, there was a body that was found in the house, okay? We were able to say that it is Cat, okay? I'm so sorry for your loss, sir.
This is 28-year-old John Blauvelt, learning that his missing wife was discovered in an abandoned house, brutally murdered, surrounded by satanic markings.
Dang, dog. This how it start. Drew said God talked to him last night. He said you were a good example of Christianity and the secret real truth. I don't think that was God, brother. I think that was whatever brother was dealing with over here.
However, John had a disturbing secret he couldn't tell the interviewer that day.
Down. If I wipe her down.
Using his
Whoa, what?
Down. If I wipe her down.
Using his military experience, he carried out a near-perfect murder that kept detectives one step behind for years. By the time investigators began to narrow in on him, John was already long gone, living in a new state, in a new house, running away with his 17-year-old girlfriend and
We just gonna skip over that? That's a crime. That's a part of the crime. It should have been how police captured a PDF Philip. Killer soldier sent me hello. Nobody care about that?
and seemingly getting away for good.
This defies any kind of logic that I have experienced in my 62 years on this earth.
We know more than you think we do.
What if I told you that your cell phone did ping somewhere other than where you say you were?
It's 2:15 p.m. on October 24th, 2016. 22-year-old Katie Blauvelt is captured on CCTV inside her workplace. Her shift is soon coming to an end, and she's planning to meet her mother at 3 p.m. that same day. She leaves, calls her mother, and takes a selfie, unaware it's the last photo she ever takes. Not long after, her phone pings a location for the last time, and Katie disappears. Unaware it's the last photo she ever takes. Not long after, her phone pings a location for the last time, and Katie disappears.
Dang, chat, real quick. I'm sorry, because my brain just thinks of this type of stuff. Chat, if y'all would have, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, if something would have happened to y'all, like, look at your phone right now. What is the last picture? What is the last picture that would be in your phone, bro? I'm gonna show mine. If it's appropriate, send it in the Discord. I'm just curious. Mine would be the. Y'all about to fry me, bro. Tell y'all about to fry me, bro. And me and Jen.
Without a trace. 5 hours passed by. It's now 7 p.m., and Katie never arrived for dinner with her mother. Worried, the mother and other family members try calling her multiple times, but her phone has no signal. At 7:48 p.m., Katie's mother reports her missing. Officers, friends, and family mobilize to look for her, and the search officially begins. But this left detectives with a critical 5-hour gap in the timeline, one they would spend months trying to piece together. 10 hours would go past without any clues about Katie's whereabouts. Then, at 12:33 a.m., the police receive an unexpected call. One of Katie's friends is on the line, claiming he's just found her body dead inside an abandoned house deep in a nearby forest.
Simpsonville 911, what's the location of your emergency?
I'm at Discover Church across from it in the woods.
You're at Discover Church across from where?
In the woods across from it. I was worried about my friend, Katie, and she went missing. She's been missing for a while now, and she came in this house that we used to all hang out in, and she's in there. She's not alive.
Quickly,
So confused. Chat, I'm so confused.
medics and police.
Chat, I'm blown because I'm thinking about the title, but I feel like there's two women. I'm so confused. I'm trying to catch my bearings.
Police rush to the address of an abandoned house deep in the woods. Upon arriving at the scene, officers notice multiple graffiti markings, including apparent satanic symbols. Soon after, they identify the caller as Wayne Roper, a friend of Katie who leads them into the basement of the abandoned house. There, officers find a large concrete box sealed with plywood. When they remove the cover, they're met with a horrifying sight. Katie's body lies inside, with a knife pierced through her neck and 16 stab wounds across her body. The lack of
No, chat. No, bro. Dang, bro.
struggle and the state of her clothing, with her shirt pulled up and her lower clothes missing, suggested a sexually motivated killing. All of these details point detectives straight to Wayne as their first potential suspect. But what they don't realize is that this is exactly what the killer wants them to think. Every detail of the scene has been arranged to send them chasing the wrong lead. Without realizing it, detectives have walked straight into the killer's setup.
No way. Wow. Yeah, because okay, I'm starting to understand it a little bit better. Okay, so remember the dude in the beginning with the black hair. He's the killer soldier. He's the dude. Okay, and remember they were showing him on the footage of like moving to a different place and thinking he got it away. Okay, so he's the killer. Okay, now I need to fully understand who the girl is who passed, who was murdered.
As the night went on, forensics revealed chilling details. Katie's body had been dragged to the basement, and her phone was found submerged in water to destroy it. Wayne is detained and brought in for questioning. At the moment, detectives believe they have their killer, and they're ready to push for a confession.
Wayne, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, brother.
Hey, buddy. What's your name, pal?
Franklin Wayne Roper.
Sorry?
Franklin Wayne Roper.
Franklin or Wayne?
Think about me.
At this point, Wayne believes he's been brought in to be questioned as a witness after the heartbreaking discovery, unaware that detectives are already convinced about his involvement in the murder, and any statement he makes might be used against him.
I think you know why you're here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Morgan, why would you say Among Us IRL? Something's wrong with you, bro.
Tell me how did you meet Katie? Just from the time you met her, kind of what your relationship was, and leave me up until 11:30 or so last night. Okay.
I first met her, we were friends at first, and then we dated for like a month or so, and then that's whenever I moved to Liberty with my dad, and we stayed in contact for a little bit, and then once I left my dad's and went to North Carolina, we lost contact.
Detectives begin the interview by learning that Wayne and Katie were once together, but quickly, Wayne reveals something that would immediately put suspicion onto his name.
Why are you supposed to have a lawyer? but then again, I understand, bro, because I'm thinking like, if I'm him, I'm thinking, bro, I ain't do this. What the hell? Like, there's literally nothing I can say to you that would make you think that I did this if I literally had nothing to. This is news to me. You found out before me. You found out before me. You more likely to have done it than I did. Fam, I have no idea what's going on. I dated the girl. I moved away. Showed her dad. How the fluff? So I'm understanding, but come on, bro. He can't have a lawyer in the interrogation room. Says who? Can a lawyer be present in an interrogation room? What you do in Florida? Yes, in Florida, you absolutely have the right to have a lawyer present during a police interrogation. Come on, Doug. Duh.
Maybe a year later, that Katie got married to John Lavelle, and then one night she came and hung out with us with John. It was the first time I've seen her since I moved, and since then John offered me to move in with them, a roommate, being $200 a month. And I took it up. It was a big deal.
So you live with her and her husband?
Okay, so now I'm fully got it. I got it a little bit ago. So this is the girl, white girl, brown hair, white guy, brown hair, like dark brown hair. Okay, this the guy who got a 17-year-old girlfriend, who ran away with the 17-year-old girlfriend. This is the girl who no longer here. You know, yeah. Father, please be with the loved ones of the deceased.
Yeah, it's weird. It was.
When was this? Do you remember when this was?
When I lived with them. It was before June this year.
As Wayne explains that he once dated Katie and later lived with her and her husband,
People call me Yim. You ought to be ashamed.
detectives gain another reason to suspect him: jealousy. And just as everything appears to be moving in the perfect direction for the real killer and his carefully constructed plan, Wayne makes a claim that complicates the investigation and may just be enough to ruin.
Bro, Wayne, if you're in a situation like this, bro, get a lawyer, bro. Even if it's a public defender that like they supply to you, bro. Get a lawyer. I want a lawyer. If you don't have a bro, I hope bro did not go to jail.
When the killer's plan.
Living there, everything like going okay, you know. Then they started having arguments because of me, because she used to talk about me before, and she told me that he was jealous of me, and their arguments started getting worse, and that was whenever he got drunk one night and he cussed her out and he had her in the bathroom. They were just pretty much just screaming at each other, and then from there she ended up moving back with her mom, I think.
When did you and Katie's, when you were living with John and Katie, were y'all being intimate with each other?
It was only once.
Oh no! Remember, they're trying to find out if it's a you know what I'm saying, if it's a, can I say murder on Twitch? If it's a murder based on jealousy, gang. No, it might have even been, but it's the other way around. Oh no, and he about to feed right into the. Oh no, he about to answer their questions. No.
And John was there or not there?
It was like a threesome thing. And he was drunk and it was her idea. Like after that, like he changed.
If true, Wayne's claims about John's violent behavior could shift suspicion towards him. But despite Wayne's accusations, something still doesn't add up. His story, with its inconsistencies and gaps, keeps raising suspicions. Because prior to this interrogation, detectives learned.
Bro, why don't criminals just be like, yo, bro, I did it, bro? Oh my gosh, bro. With like this uncertainty junk, it just make the justice system just feeble, man. Criminals, just start saying, hey, bro, I did the crime. I don't want to go to jail. Catch me if you can. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all you gotta do, bro. Just say, I did the crime. It's me. Don't arrest nobody else. It's only me. Now give me a 24-hour head start since I was honest. Catch me if you can. Like on some credit card fraud, Abagnale, Leonardo DiCaprio movie type situation. I feel like that's real, bro. I feel like we'll end so much more crime. I know y'all thinking like, why would they be honest? Why would we give them a 24-hour head start? Some people could get away. Some people can get away in 24 hours. Yes, forever. But think about it. Nobody getting falsely accused. Right? Nobody getting usual suspect. Nobody getting falsely accused, right? Most people not getting away. Fam, you know who it is, and you have you using all your resources to attack that one person. Family, they're not getting away, bro.
Learned that on the day of Katie's death, Wayne arrived late to work, and he admits to walking near the abandoned house around the time Katie disappeared. More importantly, while at work, Wayne was aware that Katie might be inside that very house. Yet despite that suspicion, he never alerted authorities. Instead, he waited until the end of the day, went there himself, and only then called the police. All of this places Wayne squarely in the crosshairs of investigators, and unknowingly pushes them further into the real killer's trap. Because in the next few minutes, the interview will take a terrifying turn as detectives unknowingly edge closer to forcing an innocent man into confession to a brutal murder that he never committed.
Chatty over with. He do, Chatty.
Before we get to that, recently I'd been dealing with these headaches for 3 weeks straight, and I kept pushing off seeing a doctor because—
Shut up with your ads. I don't want to talk ZocDoc back in the— Why I don't got a ZocDoc sponsorship? ZocDoc. Come on, bro. Dang, 24-hour ad, bro. Dang.
With that said, let's get back to Wayne's interview, where detectives are on the verge of pushing an innocent man into a murder confession.
Why didn't you call the police?
I didn't think of it at the time. I didn't.
Did you know she was
Dang, bro. That literally is the truth, bro. But dang, gang.
dead?
No.
Why would you think the best idea is for you to walk into what turns out to be her final resting place, where somebody murdered her and dumped her down there like a piece of trash? You know why you didn't look in the bathroom?
We glanced in there with the flashlight. Like, if you're standing at the door of it, you can see in there.
You can't see in the tub. I'm telling you, I was up there in the day. Because she wasn't in the tub. This defies any kind of logic that I have experienced in my 62 years on this earth.
He put out this 60. Oh my gosh. He almost as old as Drew. Oh my gosh, bro. You fried, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The cause of the headache though? Nah, not at all. Oh my gosh. He's over with. Yo, Jalops, come on, bro. Jalops, he through, bro.
You look like you're gonna pass out.
This is too much.
Dang, he's 62 and still trying to arrest people? Buddy, you need to sit down, relax, bro.
I bet it is.
Get it off of you then.
I'm sure it is.
All you gotta do is lay it down.
What are we talking
You
about?
lay the burden down, that's the only way you'll be forgiven. You gotta say, I messed up. Help me. That's what you gotta say. And I'll do it.
Nah, he not about to say no dumb junk like that. I messed up. Help me. To the police officers who's investigating him for murder? For murder. Oh my gosh, we're dumb now. I guess we're dumb.
I'm not gonna do it on credit.
I guess we're dumb now.
Detectives remained suspicious of Wayne, but with him sticking to his story and no hard evidence, they couldn't yet arrest him. Instead, they collected his DNA sample to compare with the DNA found underneath Katie's fingernails. But that's when, just a few hours after Wayne's interview, as police search the area around the abandoned house, they stumble upon Katie's car, only a few miles from the crime scene, left abandoned in a nearby parking lot. It looked as if she had left in a hurry, but the reason her car ended up there would remain one of the biggest mysteries for the following months. Up to this point, everything.
You know why this case took so long to solve? It's because the lead detective is 62 years old! Hello? He trying to be asleep with his wife somewhere, man. Somebody take over, bro.
Everything was going according to the killer's plan. One designed and carried out by Katie's own.
He go for. I feel like he too calm for someone who ain't do it though. Like usually the killers be calm. What? Nah, they wouldn't do no switcheroo like that. Like they telling me this the actual killer, and this who the killer trying to frame, but then he the actual like the killer. Nah, they wouldn't do that to me. They wouldn't do that to me.
Husband, John Blauvelt. But Wayne's comments about his jealousy pushed detectives to dig deeper. What they found was a restraining order filed months earlier after John had allegedly pulled a gun on Katie when she refused to give him her phone.
Oh my God! Why would he move in? Why would he move in with them, Mari? Why would he move in with them, chat? Oh my gosh, he's an idiot. Oh my gosh, this restraining order looks so bad, bro. Oh my goodness.
For the first
dog.
time, despite his efforts, officers were seriously beginning to suspect John. So the next day, on October 26th, detectives approach him at his office on the military base where he works. Their goal is simple: hear his side of the story, verify his alibi for the day Katie died, and see how he reacts.
Wait. Oh, John is a soldier. Wayne, oh yeah, John is the actual killer. Wayne is the frame guy. Okay, man, my fault. Good. I'm glad they got that restraining order. Still ain't helped them for 7 years though.
His next day, officers were here after John had allegedly pulled a gun on Katie when she refused to give him her phone. For the first time, despite his efforts,
See chat, you build up that habit, then you turn into an idiot, crazy person like this. Leave them girls' phones alone, bro. Leave them men's phone alone, bro. You think your significant other cheated? Go, leave, bro. Now, if you married, I would argue that you should try to work that out. I'm be honest. I would argue that you should try to work that out. Yes. But if that's your boyfriend, girlfriend, gang, leave that junk alone, man.
officers were seriously beginning to suspect John. So the next day, on October 26th, detectives approach him at his office on the military base where he works. Their goal is simple: hear his side of the story, verify his alibi for the day Katie died, and see how he reacts under pressure. For most perpetrators, this would be the moment everything starts to
Dang it. The young gentleman look like Jalopy a little bit. Jalopy! You can't tell me that don't look like Jalopy. Jalopy, answer the phone right now, okay? Don't be weird. Jalopy. Jalababy. Jalababy. This is Jalops. Come on, gang. Jalops. Are you busy?
No, I'm watching you.
Jalops, that's not you, gang?
But anybody with red hair is me.
Jalops, that's you, though. Jalops, I didn't say he's you on the left. I'm saying him, like, that's you. Jalops, she probably had red hair at some point in her life. Jalops, I'm saying, come on, bro. Free Jalops.
You look like Carson out on dreads. Yeah.
That was horrible, Chad. That was horrible. My gosh, bro.
Go watch your video.
My fault. Wow, he just told me get back to reacting, boy. That's mean, bro.
Fall apart, but John isn't like the rest.
Before I didn't expect him to be crying.
He would play it perfectly.
Alright, well, they're out off of Southeast Main Street. There was a body that was found in a house, okay, an abandoned house. And at this point, we're able to say that it is Captain, okay? I'm so sorry for your loss, sir. At this time, we are investigating, and we would investigate every death the same way. We start with homicide and work our way from there, okay?
Nah, he a tough actor. Nah, you gotta give it to bro. He a tough actor, bro. Clap it up. Yo, chat, did you ever little? It's the little stuff that I always pay attention to because I really study this acting stuff. Chat, he said, hold on, again, you gotta really lock in. It's like something you do when you cry, like only when you like really like distraught. It's like a breathe, bro. Bro, I'm not a. My fault. I didn't think about it all the way. No, wait. That's not what I meant.
What the restraining order deal? What's the deal with that?
That's because a charge back that I got back in February, domestic violence first degree.
Do you know if she had any issues with anybody? Anybody that wouldn't hurt her or anything like that?
No, and I know that she's been dating around, and it's whatever because I've been too. But
Notice how John intentionally directs detectives towards the fact that Katie is dating around.
Nah, he's smart, bro.
Him pointing this out isn't a coincidence. It's a strategy. By controlling the narrative this early, John is quietly planting a story that will protect him later.
Facts he is. Because look, think about it. If he would have just said something about, we used to live with Wayne. Nah, again, that's suspicious. How you know they investigated Wayne? Because you planted some stuff to make it look like, they should go look at Wayne. But nah, he just throws something out there that would lead them, like, almost like exactly saying Wayne, but like just leaving out his name, something that just obviously applies to him. Like, let's say she only been dating Wayne. Off and on. And John. The only other person to go to is Wayne. That's smart, bro.
Did you work this Monday?
Mm-hmm.
What time did you get off Monday?
Like 2:30ish, 2. I don't know.
Did you stop anywhere on the way home?
No.
Let me ask you this: why were you looking for Katie?
For Cheyenne. Cheyenne's destroyed right now, and I'm just trying to help her out.
Who do you know that would want to do harm to her?
Not nobody.
Do you know there's a guy that used to live with you, redhead fella?
Redhead?
Yeah.
Wayne?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's his story?
Just regular dude. Good guy.
Friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
Make the police think. I don't got no reason to beef with bro. I don't got no reason to frame bro. I would even say bro could never have done that. He's a great guy.
What do you do for the Army?
Well, right now I just sit in this office, small office right now. Because of the civil investigation, all of my recruiting duties have been suspended.
Are you familiar with this abandoned house?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the spot.
What's the spot?
Hangout spot. Am I being charged with a crime? Because he's recorded me, and I'm not comfortable with that.
No.
And if I am, I'd like to contact a lawyer. Because this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
You're not being charged, okay, with a crime right now.
As the interview ends, John does something counterintuitive. He defends Wayne, the man he's secretly framing. It's a manipulation tactic known as reverse empathy. By showing compassion, he makes himself appear harmless and trustworthy. John's first interrogation had gone almost perfectly, leaving detectives with little they could use against him. Still, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. With no evidence to hold him, he was let go, and officers would turn to those closest to John and Katie, their friends and family, unaware that John had already influenced them. Detectives started with Crystal, Katie's.
He already tampered with the witnesses, like preemptively. I don't even know what that word means. Chad, I think I know what it means. I just couldn't tell you like word for word. I think okay. Let's try. Let's try. Preemptive, like before the fact, like before anything happened, before anybody got to, before a situation can occur, something happened.
His best friend, and at the time, also John's roommate. John knew exactly what to expect here. In his interrogation, he had already planted the idea that Katie was dating around, and Crystal, being one of.
I'll tell you side, bro. It's so sad that little girl died, bro. That's so weird, bro.
Katie's close friends also knew about her dating habits. His hope was that she would unknowingly reinforce this misdirection, steering suspicion towards anyone but him.
Alright, October 28th, 2016, 4:47 p.m., Simpsonville Police Department.
And like I said, all I ask is that you don't tell John you're up here, and he's not the only suspect. You know, there's other people we're talking to and questioning. So, has he made any statements about, you know, if I go to jail for Katie's murder?
He's just, I mean, he said that, you know, it sucks for him because he feels like he's gonna get in trouble for it, but, you know, he's like, I didn't do this, you know, like, I'm tired of people coming after me.
Right.
See, me and John actually really do get along. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie about him at all. I'm gonna tell you the straight up truth. If he's acting weird, I'm gonna tell you, but it wasn't. I was thinking last night about it, I really was. Just maybe a split second thought that it could have been John. But he's, ever since Katie's gone missing, he's made sure that there was more than one person around him. At the time that Katie died at 8 o'clock at night, all three of us were sitting in the living room. I mean, from 5 o'clock when he came back home till me and my boyfriend left for work the next morning, he was there.
Notice how Crystal mentions that John got home at 5 p.m. and stayed there the entire evening until morning. It's a detail that would later turn out to be part of John's manipulation.
So, if you had to take a guess at who killed her, what would you say?
I don't know because I heard a lot of things, and I know she had a Tinder, and I know that she was dating a lot.
She had a Tinder, and I know she was dating a lot of people, just like John said.
A lot of people from, you know, Cheyenne telling me that she took a lot of people down in the house. I didn't even know the house existed.
What were John's feelings or thoughts toward Katie to you?
I mean, I know that he loved her. I know that he still does. I mean, he's mad because of what Katie is accusing. You know, he held the gun up to my head and stuff like that. And just by the way she was talking, I knew she was lying. Because that's what she did. Me and her used to get each other in trouble all the time in high school. That's what she would do. She would lie, you know?
I would hate to live in a small town, bro. I feel like you, it just make your brain smaller, bro. Chad, if you live in a small town, leave. I'm not from Orlando. I moved here. Orlando can even seem like a small town, bro. If you grow up in, like, I don't know, Pine Hills, and you only stay in Pine Hills. Leave, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when you grow up, when it's appropriate, when it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Dream big, bro, and leave, bro. Go chase after them. You know what I'm saying? Dang, dog. How old were you how old was I when I moved to Orlando? 2024, so 20 years old. 24 minus 2024 minus 2023. I mean, 2024 minus 2003 is 21. I moved before my birthday, so 20. Yes, 20.
All right. I think we're done.
Anything?
Just as John hoped, Crystal's account added fuel to the idea he had planted. By emphasizing Katie's dating life, she unknowingly...
When did I move to America? Shoot. Yeah, because 15, I had my first like real serious relationship. I had, you know, girlfriend before that type of thing, but like real relationship, you know what I mean? So and that was in America. So 12. It had to be 12.
Fed into John's narrative, suggesting the threat may have come from someone she was seeing, maybe even Wayne. Next came Catherine, John's ex-wife and the mother of his child. He had already made sure she wouldn't say too much. Fear and their shared child would be enough to keep her quiet.
This is Investigator Hawkins.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
With you being married to him for 7 years, with the drinking or even sober, has there been any violence between the two of you? Okay. I mean, I'm not here to go and arrest him for something that happened, you know, 10 years ago or anything like that.
But I just don't want to go into anything that
Black and beautiful, light skin.
had to do with us, because that doesn't have anything to do with what happened between him and Katie.
I mean, it's not that you're incriminating yourself.
Black and Peruvian.
I mean, it's not that you're incriminating yourself.
He's a good guy. I mean, I'm alive. Bad joke, but I would assume I wouldn't be if he was that crazy.
Well, you never know. It only takes one time for somebody to snap.
No, but he's never snapped with me for some reason.
Plus, you two have a kid together, so.
Yeah, there's that,
Maybe
but.
that has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll give you a business card with my phone number on there.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much for coming up here. I appreciate it.
Catherine's silence kept John safe for now, but the final interview with Katie's niece, Cheyenne, would not go.
She said that was a bad joke. I wouldn't even take it as a joke. I didn't even see that as a joke. I just like I'm alive. I thought she was saying like I'm alive. Like he's dated me and I'm not dead. I didn't see that. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess it's a joke.
According to John's plan, unlike Crystal or Catherine, she
Elston, I didn't hear what you said. I said black and Peruvian though.
He wouldn't protect him. Instead, she would point suspicion directly at John and reveal a motive that would tie everything together. For the first time, his carefully built plan would start to fall apart.
Alrighty. Your name is Cheyenne Paxton, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is Thursday, October 27th at 8:52 a.m. Simpsonville Police Department. This is in reference to the homicide investigation of Caitlin Blauvelt. Have you ever seen John get violent towards Katie?
I've never seen him put his hands on. I've seen him argue.
Would Katie have gone over to his house on her own?
Within the last 3 weeks to a month, like I know.
So if he says he hasn't seen her since July, that's a lie.
July. Yeah, no, he's seen her. I know that John is really angry at Katie for a lot of things.
Tell me what he's mad about her for.
He feels like that it's her fault. They'll that their relationship went bad.
Dang, gang. She putting straight belt to this. Oh my gosh, she putting straight belt to bruh. Look. First, she said he was lying. He told her, hey, bro, I ain't seen her since XYZ. Fam, he definitely seen her since XYZ. Oh my gosh. Then she gonna give a police officer motive, straight motive. I do know off the rip. She just brought it up. I do know that John is very angry at Katie. Why? Because she felt like what she said, chat? I want to be exact. He felt like she was the one that was responsible for their relationship going bad and them breaking up. My gosh, motive. Oh my gosh, chat. Then what she said right here? Chat? What she about to say?
It's her fault. They'll that their relationship went bad.
And everything kind of went bad for a little while. He feels like it's her fault that he's losing his job. And that he got in any trouble. And he just blames it all on her, you know? And I don't know if this matters or not.
It matters. Yeah. Oh, you know, when you're 62 years old and you a detective, you say stuff like that. It matters, sweetheart. Go ahead, keep talking.
But I know he has like a $150,000 life insurance policy on her too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But I know he has like a $150,000.
And they took 7 years? They took 7 years to find out that bruh did it? Listen to me, gang. The lead detective should have been taking a nap. They should have let somebody younger do it. If you almost as old as Jalopy, brother. Oh my gosh. Oh, fuck. If you almost as old as Drew, brother, you don't need to be, you know what I mean? You don't need to be ripping and running after these young cats who committing, you know, 5-alarm felony, brother. Come on, man. Come on, man. My fault, Jalopy. You got the straight.
A life insurance policy on her too.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, Chad, if you don't know that, if you know what I'm saying, your brain got like, you know, no hamster running on the wheel inside your skull. If he has a $150,000 life insurance policy on her, that means in the event he pays a monthly bill for in the event that Katie dies, he will get $150,000 just because she no longer exists.
Coming in, I know it's not easy.
Wow.
Especially when somebody close to you, but it's important. We, you know, a lot of this information you gave us, good information that we need. So.
Cheyenne's interview gave detectives their first real motive pointing to John. But motive wasn't enough. They needed evidence.
They have a few leads, but they have no defined person of interest.
Gang, you sure I knew this was a small town from the way the nurse girl was speaking, or whatever, daycare girl was speaking? And now Simpsonville. First of all, the Simpsons, gang? Come on, bro. Every small town got a jokey name, but every small town got a Ville behind it. Get out.
Yet.
As the investigation dragged on, the detectives' frustration began to grow. John had covered himself so carefully that they couldn't even get a judge to approve a DNA warrant. Without it, they had nothing that could tie him directly to Katie's final moments. It's now been 4 days since Katie was killed, and detectives didn't have any solid evidence. They knew John was smart, but so were they. Out of options and patience, they began planning something different. They began forming a new, risky, and very unconventional plan. In just 2 days, they would set a trap for John. A trap at Katie's own funeral. In the days leading up to the funeral, detectives stayed ready. While they waited, Katie's family mourned and tried to make sense of what happened. 22-year-old Katie had spent the past year working at PetSmart, surrounded by animals she was saving and taking care of. She was easygoing and warm, quick to make friends, and close with her family. But her peaceful life from just days earlier would make what was about to come only more unsettling. As the day of the funeral came, detectives entered the funeral home early, working quietly before guests began to arrive. They positioned hidden cameras around the room and secretly wired the space for sound. Everything inside the funeral home looked normal, but in reality, detectives controlled every detail. They
put a microphone in the casket. Oh my gosh. Grits. They did all of this and still didn't catch, bro? They didn't want to catch, bro.
Cups of water and other drinks where guests could easily reach them. The plan was simple. Get John to drink from one of the cups, catch it on video.
Wasn't she 17? That's what I thought. No. She's not the 17-year-old girl. No. The 17-year-old girl comes like later. She's later in the story. She's just some random 17-year-old, minor that this dude was attracted to enough to run away with to a whole different, area. Remember? That's what it was. Just got out of the gym, but I was listening to everything. W-Pod.
Collect his DNA from the cup and compare it to the DNA found on Katie's body. On October 30th, the day of the funeral,
Wait, one more time.
from one of the cops,
So the plan was to get John to drink water.
catch it on video, collect his
Catch it on video and collect the DNA. Okay.
DNA from the cup and compare it to the DNA found on Katie's body. On October 30th, the
Okay. This is a good plan. But every plan is a great plan until that jump don't work. Till it don't go according to plan. Like in boxing, they be like, hey, training good, bro. Every fighter love to train, bro. A plan is only amazing until you get punched in your face and you realize, oh shoot, I'm in a fight.
day of the funeral, detectives set their plan into motion. But what their cameras are about to capture goes far beyond anything they expect. As John leaves the funeral home, detectives know their plan has worked. They quickly return to
It's so weird, bro. Like to feel nothing, bro.
retrieve the cup he had drank from and the hidden camera they placed earlier.
And that camera's so butt, bro. That's supposed to be the video? Come on, gang. Throw that camera away. What is wrong with you, bro? This the footage? How you gonna convict somebody off of some Casper the Friendly Ghost type footage? Gang, this is like, who do you call? Ghostbusters type fluffing footage. What are we doing right here, bro? This don't prove nothing. You could have got this thing. You could have pictured this with your brain, bro. This, for all you know, this could have been my Uncle Derek. Come on, bro.
The cup he had drank from and the hidden camera they placed earlier. When they review the footage,
What the hell, bro? I'd be sick. Facts, bro. To be frank, wasn't this like 7 years ago? This 2016. That camera not that bad.
3 critical things stand out, all of which will become pivotal to the entire investigation. The first is exactly what they were hoping for. John drinks from one of the cups and leaves it behind, giving detectives the evidence they need to collect his DNA without a warrant and compare it to the samples found on Katie.
Ah, dummy. Dummy, but we thank you for you being stupid. Yeah, about to catch your ugly ass. 7 years later. Stupid.
The second detail is something they never expected. The footage captures John walking up to the casket, taking pictures of Katie's body,
Appreciate that first time chat, thug. I'm good, bro. How you doing?
while making unsettling comments. And the third, perhaps most unsettling of all, is that John isn't alone. Standing beside him is an unidentified young woman who quietly tells him to stop taking pictures, then giggles moments later. Her behavior immediately drew attention, and detectives decided to collect her cup as well for DNA testing. And when they began digging into her identity,
Predict chat is. Ooh, I was about to say something so crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jesus, for holding my. Oh my gosh. Me without a filter, chat. Like, Jesus has like been such a life-changing decision for me, bro. Oh my
identity, they discovered the woman was 17-year-old Hannah Thompson, a friend, and more recently, John's
I'm not laughing at her. I'm not laughing at her, bro. I didn't expect that.
new roommate. They also learned that she had once been close friends with Katie, given
Why is it always a friend?
her connection to John and Katie and her strange behavior at the funeral. Detectives know Hannah isn't just another witness. She might be the key to solving the entire case. And they were dead on. At this point, detectives have interviewed Wayne, John, and people from both John and Katie's circle. They also collected crucial evidence and leads, and now believe that Hannah, the 17-year-old who lived with John, could be the key to uncovering the truth about Katie's murder. The next day, on October 31st, a week after Katie's death, detectives approach Hannah and bring her in for interrogation. If anyone knows what really happened, it's her.
When was the last time you saw Katie?
Like a few months ago.
What was your feelings towards her?
I mean, I've always seen her as like a friend because like I lived with her for a little bit.
Right. So is it fair to say you were on good terms with her when she was killed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you end up going to her visitation Saturday?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're an idiot. You're caught. You're caught, stupid. They got ya. They got ya. Come on, she looked guilty. She is. Monkey, 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 monkey. Now they got you. Why? Because they literally have your DNA and they got you in a butterbutt tweeter speaker camera. Oh, you're through. You're through. 17. You ain't even had a real boyfriend yet. You done for. Monkey. Oh my gosh, bro. Over with it.
Okay. So you didn't get to say goodbye to her?
Well, actually, we have a video and audio and DNA that says you were there. What do you have to say about that? Potato wedge. Oh my gosh,
I know John, I think, went there Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't get to go with him?
I went with him, yeah. I didn't go Saturday though because her family doesn't really like me because of her niece Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of like off and on friends, and I think she might have said something about me that her family didn't really like me.
Did you go in the room and pay your respects, or how did that go?
It was hard. It was really hard.
How long did you stay in the room?
It was really hard. They got you in video laughing. At least make your story consistent, monkey. Oh my gosh, they got you so good right now. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my gosh, they got you so good right now. Oh my goodness.
Cast it.
Like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
You rushed to get out of there. Potato. Hey, listen to me. I'm not even body shaming. I'm just saying the first thing that comes to my mind after I'm gonna say it. Apple cider vinegar.
What y'all talk about while you're in there?
We didn't talk at all.
Nothing.
We just each other.
Y'all didn't talk at all. Y'all didn't talk at all. They have y'all on video talking. They got the audio from your talking, monkey.
Like moments, I guess.
John ever take his cell phone out and take a picture of her?
No, he didn't.
You sure? Oh, you can tell.
Oh my gosh, bro. She's lying about everything. At this point, obviously, like, if you're remembering what actually happened, and literally every question they ask you is requiring you to lie, you should know, hey, bro, fam, they got you. Your grits, dummy. Yo, is this the Music St. John of the Country Creator? It is only one of the greatest to ever in life touch a keyboard, a drum pad, one of the greatest musical ears to ever touch just some music. Mr. St. John Paul, clap it up, chat.
Yeah, some people do that.
Yeah, no, he never took a picture.
Watch Hannah's behavior closely. As the questions get more direct, her eyes start darting between the detectives. She fidgets with her hands, picks at her nails. Her whole demeanor shifts. It's clear she's getting nervous, and the detectives can see it too.
So while you were in that room, you two never talked at all?
I kind of rubbed his back a little bit. You know, I told him that it was okay, but other than that, we didn't really talk.
I thought she said we didn't like make contact at all. We saw him. We said, you know what I'm saying, like hi or whatever. And then I thought she said they didn't make contact. I thought that's what she said. Maybe I should go back, but I don't want to.
Was he crying? Were you crying?
It's just hard, like seeing somebody like that.
I bet. Okay. Monday night, at some point before you went out, you guys carried out a bag of trash to your car, or to his car, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. So you don't recall carrying out a trash bag or him cleaning anything up? Having to put stuff in the trash?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On Monday, the day Katie was killed,
5 minutes ago, by the way, giggles.
One of their roommates reported seeing John and Hannah carrying out several bags of trash. At the time, detectives didn't think much of it. It felt like a small, irrelevant detail with nothing to back it up. But now, with all this new information coming together, that statement suddenly stood out. It was another piece of the puzzle, something they could finally use to put more pressure on Hannah.
Just so you know.
Wait. If she's 17, oh no, the stupid judicial system. How are they even allowed to talk to her right now? I get it. It's an M case, of course. It's a big deal. But she's underage. Her boyfriend isn't, but she's underage. Hold on now. Maybe it's the state. You're probably right. Americans and their laws.
Understand, we've been working this case steady since she disappeared.
Right.
So there's a lot of these things that we know the answers to.
Great, so you should have known right there. Oh, I would have started biting my fingers off. Not my fingernails, my fingers. I don't need them because I'm so nervous.
I can tell you already, you're lying to me.
Yeah. Now we need. Come on, man. I need that. We need that sound effect. Oh my gosh. Need that. They here right now, monkey. Oh my gosh, let's keep going.
Okay. You do not want to get wrapped up in catching the murder charge. I gotta tell you this something. At the funeral home, we were there. Okay? There was a camera in the room. There was a recorder in the room.
Wow.
We heard everything you guys said.
Wow. And now you realize you're fried. And now you realize it's over. It's over. Literally, you lied. You lied in a murder investigation. You're going to jail for something. You're going to jail for something. You're grits. You're through. Just telling your boyfriend.
So do you want to go back and rehash that?
I don't what? He literally told you they have evidence. And you know that you did it. Oh, you're such an idiot.
It was not easy to see her like that.
Come on, gang, turn your Android off, bro. Bro, it's always someone with an Android in the room. Shut up with that stupid, bro. Android always got like the weirdest, like stupidest notifications, bro. Bro, what is that? What is that? Turn it off. Turn it off. It's always someone with an Android in the vicinity, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out. Leave. Oh my gosh, bro. Please.
Is that why there was some giggling and stuff?
There's not any giggling.
We've been doing this longer than you've been alive.
Wow. Because he's 62, by the way. Because they 62.
You're not slicker than us. You know, you're not gonna outsmart us. We've talked to people. This is a murder. You understand?
Oh, chat. Chat. It's a murder. I thought it was just a murder. My fault. Stupid me.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about somebody that would stab a girl in the neck to the point where the knife went all the way through to the other side?
Dang, Chad, I forgot how gruesome the murder was.
And then stick her body like a piece of trash in the basement of an abandoned house to sit there for a day and a half before somebody finds her.
Look at her. She's right here. This is your friend.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Don't want to do what? Don't want to help us find out who killed her?
All you gotta do is tell the truth.
Yeah, that water getting hot, ain't it? That water getting hot, ain't it? That water getting hot, ain't it?
Can I?
Yeah, that water getting hot.
Can I tell you something?
That water getting
to
hot.
Tell the truth, you don't
Yeah.
have to try. It just flows. It just comes
Yeah, that
out.
water getting hot. It's infested too.
People have told us
That
about
junk got
you
some
and
sharks in it. Yeah, try to get out of
you
it.
didn't like her.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Well,
Yeah.
after me and John started like
Talk to
getting
me.
together,
Yeah.
he started
Even though you
not liking
17.
me. If you know something and you're trying to cover up for it, you're gonna go
But you
down
are.
with the rest of them.
With the rest of
You're
them
gonna
for
go
murder.
down with the person who did this
Yes.
to her.
Yes, for murder.
I
Yes.
don't know anything about her murder.
You're lying.
I don't.
You do.
You
I
do.
really don't.
We
You
really
do. You do your and your
We do.
grits.
We know more than
You
you
doing
do.
your grits. You doing your grits.
I don't want to talk anymore.
That's okay. That's okay. They already got you.
Even after being confronted with the footage and being caught in multiple lies, Hannah refused to give up on any additional details she may withhold. But while none of this gave detectives the definitive proof they needed, John didn't know that. And that uncertainty was exactly what they were counting on. So detectives decide to bring him in again. This time more prepared and ready to push harder than before. They planned to corner him with everything they had. But they'd have to be careful. If they pushed too far without enough to arrest him, it could tip him off, causing him to disappear.
Bro, chat, bro, please don't take nobody's life, bro. Please, bro. Not because I don't want to see y'all in this type of situation, bro. But, cause, like, that's a human life, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Like if you ask a sane... If you ask, like, the majority, at least I would hope, of sane gun owners... You know, because firearms are legal. They would tell you, bro, they don't want to take nobody's life. They don't want to, bro, you know what it is to take a human life? Bro, I don't want, bro, I'm be honest. There are very few situations where, even in self-defense, I would choose me over the other person. Like to live. Gang, because I don't want to take nobody's life, bro. But gosh, dog, bro. Please, bro, don't do no. Oh my gosh, man. Golly, don't do no no, bro.
I had a chance to sit down. I know I talked to you that day when we notified you about her death. Yeah. And things are kind of emotional and everything.
What
so.
in the world? Chat, why did they blur out death? They just blurred out the word
When we
death.
notified.
They blurred out the word death. For what? Fam is a death. DEATH. Hello?
You about her death. Yeah. And things are kind of emotional and everything. So. Right. So the viewing was Saturday, right?
Right. 2 to 4 on Saturday.
When did you get?
I went Sunday.
That's how criminals mess up, boy. You think you smarter than them, you not. Think you smarter than them, you not. You try to get them like what you call it? Try to get them like that extra detail, bro. That one extra detail, all they need to lock your stupid self up. Grits. You over it. Through. Good night.
2:30 on Sunday.
Okay. So they just had a private thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah. Well, I took Hannah with me.
Did you?
Okay. Yeah.
How was that hard?
Hannah just said she wasn't up. Hannah just said she wasn't there. Then she said she was there. She said she didn't go to the original day. She went the second day because the family didn't like her, right? Then she said she didn't go with bro. My gosh, bro. Then she said, well, actually, I went with bro.
Yeah, because I mean, first of all, there's nobody there but me and her, so we're just kind of standing there staring at like Katie's nasty, like dirty, disgusting body. I've seen people.
Whoa, what the? Hello? Whoa. Whoa. Why can't he get all that? Whoa. It's a good reason why we need Jesus facts, bro. What?
People dead. I've dealt with it before, and now there's nobody else there. You know what I mean?
That night, somebody says you and Hannah were putting some trash from a bag, like a trash bag in the back of the Prius.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember doing that?
Oh yeah. Marley had like the most explosive shit on the floor and stunk up the whole house. Like
Marley? I'm guessing that's a pet. Because I don't want to believe a human had some explosive diarrhea and put it all over the floor. And it stunk up the whole house. I don't want to believe that someone had a jalopy moment. I don't want to think.
Throw like 4 towels.
This moment reveals Hannah's a lie. She claimed she couldn't remember taking any trash out, yet John's statement confirms otherwise. It's a small clue, but one that'll soon become part of a much bigger picture.
So you guys got home around 3 roughly.
Yeah.
Brandon and
Crystal
were there. What happened after that? After you're done running?
We went and met my friend to get some money that he owes me.
What's he owe you?
He owed
If you don't mind me
me
asking.
$500 for when he crashed my car.
Where'd y'all meet with Scott at?
At the Zaxby's on Fairview.
But he was in the Army with you?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Y'all get deployed together?
We deployed together.
Did you go anywhere before that?
No.
This is where John makes his first mistake, mentioning a name detectives have never heard before. Charles Scott, his friend from the
He's slipping up.
military, someone who'd later prove to know far more about the night Katie died than anyone realized.
Grits. Oh my God.
I don't know how much you know about cell phones and stuff like that, but as you go around, your cell phone's constantly searching for signals and stuff like that. So with that said, is there anything, going back to last Monday, is there anything that you've told me that your cell phone records would say otherwise?
I don't believe so.
What if I told you that your cell phone did ping somewhere other than where you say you were?
Then I'd also say that her cell phone pinged in West Virginia.
Yeah, that ended up being a AT&T mishap. They plugged in the wrong phone number.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. What if I told you that Charles Scott's phone number pinged in the same area that yours did and not around Zaxby's?
When?
Monday night.
He's got freedom of moving on him. We can call him. You can ask him.
Okay. So the night, this Monday night that we were talking about, around 6:15, sometime around that time frame, can you think of any?
You said the guilt starting the show? Gang, he not guilty, bro. This is nah, bro. It's not guilty, bro. This like, dang, bro, I may not get away with this. If anything, if even that. But these types of people, bro, they don't feel guilty, bro. It's not guilt. Trust me. He did what he did, and he would do it again.
The reason your phone would show that you were in that area of Augusta Road and White Horse Road?
No.
Is there any reason you and Charles were talking a lot that
Oh, guilt. Guilt, okay.
evening?
Yeah, because that's the night that he was here. That's the night he was available.
I'm not looking to offend you, but it's questions that we need to get answered and cleared up.
Okay.
Did Katie have any kind of life insurance policy?
Through the military, yeah. She's automatically enrolled.
Okay.
Same as my daughter.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph so we can go ahead and do that with you and eliminate you and start looking elsewhere?
I have to talk to my lawyer about that first.
Okay.
See what he says, because I don't know about that at all.
As the interview ends, detectives have their first real connection between John and Charles. Both of their phones show activity near the area where Katie's body was found. It isn't enough to make an arrest, but it's enough to keep digging.
Wow.
And with a new name now tied to the night of the murder, John can sense it. Detectives are closing in. At this point, the main circle of suspects included Wayne, John, Hannah, and now more recently, Charles Scott, John's friend from the Army. But as detectives slowly pressed forward, John was growing uneasy. For the first time, he was starting to realize his master plan might not hold.
Might not be so masterful after all. Monkey!
That's when, on November 4th, 11 days after Katie was killed, detectives received a call that would send the case in a whole new direction. Crystal, who was John's roommate and had been interviewed earlier, came forward with information that changed everything.
Hi, Crystal. Hello.
How are you?
What's been going on since, I don't know, you got a phone call on Wednesday?
At 3:30, he called and he said, are y'all at home? And we said no. And he said, okay, all right, bye. And then just hung up. Well, me and Brandon got home about 6:15, 6:30, and we seen that in our room we have, like I said, the Halloween lights just going across the ceiling. The attic is right where that light is at. And we had the lights, I had the lights going across the attic. Well, when we come back, they were just torn down. We haven't even touched them. They were just ripped out from the attic, and once we figured out he was gone, we went searching through the house, making sure all the windows were locked and covered, and because I've never been in a house alone like that, except for my apartment, but he just
I wonder if his lawyer know he guilty? Bro, lawyers confidently represent guilty people all the time. it's a numbers game, bro, and it's an evidence game. It's like, you ever heard the saying, it's not about the truth, or like it's not about what happened, it's about what you can prove in court. Fam, if they truly believe they can prove that this man is innocent even though he's guilty, that's even, especially if other people know and believe, like strongly believe that he's guilty, their career will go off into like the, you know what I'm saying, like the heaven levels, bro. I don't know, that's crazy to say.
He was gone, you know, and we couldn't call him because the cops have his phone. I said, Brandon, I said, we need to go back outside and call the Simpsonville Detective Warlock. And I told him what was happening, and he was like, you know, I was like, you know, if you want to come and search the house right now, I'll give you full permission. And he said, well, I can't do that without a warrant. And he was like, and I was like, well, I mean, there's no way that somebody can come out here and like search the house or anything like that. And he said, no. He said, your best bet is to go stay the night somewhere else. He was like, because you're possibly living with a murderer.
John was...
Night somewhere that, and he was like,
wait, what?
I said, we need to go back outside and call the Simpsonville Detective Warlock. And I told him what was happening, and he was like, you know, I was like, you know, if you want to come and search the house right now, I'll give you full permission. And he said, well, I can't do that without a warrant. And he was like, and I was like, well, I mean, there's no way that somebody can come out here and like search the house or anything like that. And he said, no. He said, your best bet is to go stay the night somewhere else. He was like, because you're possibly living with a murderer.
John was gone. His disappearance also meant he abandoned his military service, officially classifying him as a deserter. However, as investigators would soon learn, he wasn't alone. He had fled with none other than the 17-year-old girl, Hannah
Crazy.
Thompson. And as officers across the state searched every highway, every motel, every possible route out of South Carolina with no sign of either of them, it became clear this wasn't just an investigation anymore. This was a manhunt.
It's a manhunt.
In the days that followed, leads were few. The pair had vanished completely off the grid. A 28-year-old former Army sergeant and a 17-year-old teenager, gone without a trace. Then, on November 19th, 26 days after Katie's death, a small breakthrough happened. John's red Yukon was captured on CCTV near Las Cruces, New Mexico, about 1,600 miles from Simpsonville, South Carolina, where he disappeared. And just 2 days later, on November 21st, that same Yukon was found abandoned in the mountains of Umatilla County in Oregon, over 1,400 miles away from Las Cruces. Inside the vehicle, investigators found John's laptop, clothes, and camping gear scattered around, suggesting that after the crash, John and Hannah grabbed what they could and ran into the woods. The discovery confirmed what detectives had already feared. John and Hannah were constantly on the move, crossing state lines and staying just far enough ahead of law enforcement to vanish again. Later that same day, authorities issued arrest warrants for both John and Hannah, officially turning the case into a nationwide manhunt.
Yeah.
By this point, John and Hannah had already been on the run for over 2 weeks before any warrants were ever issued, putting them far ahead of law enforcement and nearly
See what I'm saying, chat? If they would just admit, bro, hey, bro, we did it, gang. I did it, and she was an accomplice. Fam, they wouldn't be chasing them for 2 weeks, and then they get like 2-week head start. It would just be a 24-hour head start. You feel me?
possible to track. But once the warrants went active, detectives finally gained full access to their phones, chat logs, and internet history. And that's when their worst suspicions were confirmed.
I just woke up and I already feel sad again. I feel like you're still talking to Katie.
I promise you I'm not talking to Katie.
I will leave you if you talk to her. I swear.
I know. I'm not and I won't. She's gone. I'm done with her. I promise. I'm going through with that thing though soon.
I'm gonna be staying with you.
Good.
The message
He talking to her about wow. This was the proof that they needed for that.
is between the two.
So now Hannah going away forever. You know, Hannah, you be safe, Thug. You know, I think I'm supposed to say may God be with you, Thug, but man, I gotta go to God to properly love you. Because this is terrible.
Suggests that John had been planning the murder for months prior to it actually happening. And upon searching his internet history, they found searches like how to make a two-way radio or how to sharpen a knife, leaving little to no doubt about his involvement.
And chat, don't think if you go on incognito, they're not gonna find your junk. They're gonna find it. Dummy.
But with John and Hannah still missing, detectives had little choice but to wait.
Wait, why I'm talking to y'all like my fault, chat. I'm feeling great, bro. How you doing, Sam?
Hoping for the next break that could pull them back on the trail. And that's when, on November 25th, 21 days after John and Hannah's disappearance, and over a month after Katie's death, detectives got a call from a South Carolina prison. But the caller wasn't just anyone. The call came from the cellmate of Charles Scott, John's army friend who was already in custody for an unrelated charge. Charles's phone had pinged near the abandoned house on the day Katie died, and his cellmate was about to provide a lead that could give detectives the breakthrough they desperately needed, with details only the killer could have known.
Just as we're talking today, is that the Charles Scott you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. He told me that he had killed a girl. Helped kill that girl with one of his buddies. Named John, something like that. You know, they had put her in a house.
Wow, he's singing like a bird. Clap it up for Big Bro. That's what I'm talking about, man. Bring back snitching. Bring back snitching. Bring back
Drug house or an abandoned house in a basement in a box.
In a basement, in a box, fam, in an abandoned house. How would he know? Listen to me. How would he know any of this? He not even, remember, this is from a whole different place. This from a whole different place. He giving them all the information. He don't even know John. He don't know, oh my gosh. Clap it up for a game. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about, man. And Mr. John, you're caught. Grits.
That takes two people though. He was the one that coerced her to the spot where John come up behind her and got her, grabbed her. And they met at a different location. When John got her, they put the knife to her. John stabbed her. I don't know how many times John stabbed her. He didn't say. He said he knows he stabbed her twice and John made him stab her twice. He actually said it scared him when he stabbed her at first, but then after he stabbed her, it made him feel a little better.
William's statements are shocking. His account of what happened closely mirrors the possible events of the night Katie died, and what he says next only grows more disturbing.
He said, well, this is the second time, but the first time he told me about, you know, how he coerced her to come to the spot, and now they was going to talk about something about John, trying to help John come off of marijuana, and John's on drugs real bad. After John grabbed her, they put her in John's Tahoe. Red Tahoe, and took it to the scene.
The Tahoe that they just said had an accident, that they just ditched. Oh my God.
So where did they say where they actually killed her at?
In the back of the Tahoe, on the tarp. I said, look, be honest with me. I said, had they took your DNA? He said, no. I said, well, that's a good thing. I said, your DNA at the crime scene. He said, they hadn't took my DNA, it's not going to be there.
All right. If you don't have anything else, Mark, we're going to go ahead and...
Hey, bro, side note, Doug, you singing like that. I hope them boy gave you some sort of deal. Gosh, dog, brother, you solving their case for them. Sheesh.
The interview at 11:02 a.m.
Mark's statements put serious allegations on Charles. It wouldn't be anything special, as false accusations like this happen when inmates try to get a deal with officers or get their sentence lowered. But in this instance, too many details added up. Details only the killer or someone heavily involved could have known.
They offered him some for sure. He too excited to talk facts. They offered him at least a chicken sandwich from Popeye. You know, it's 2016, so that junk was blowing. I'm talking about that junk was blowing up. You know what I mean?
One of those was his claim that Charles had lured Katie to a location near the abandoned house. For detectives, this suddenly made sense of why her car had been discovered just a few miles away, abandoned without a struggle. Charles also allegedly told his bunkmate that he and John wrapped Katie in a tarp to move her into the basement. This matched forensics, which had already indicated she'd been moved after death. Now detectives have a chilling theory of how that happened. It was now a very big chance for the detectives to possibly catch one of Katie's killers, a chance they couldn't afford to waste. So without hesitation, they brought Charles in, hoping for the biggest—
Oh no, Chad, look at him. He already crying. Oh no. Oh no. It's over with, buddy. Ah, he grits. He's singing on, I'm talking about, he telling on everybody. He telling on the janitor. He telling on John. He telling on the person that made the house who abandoned it.
breakthrough in the
He telling on Ford for making the car.
case yet. But detectives knew getting Charles to talk wouldn't be easy. They didn't have enough evidence to pin him down, and they needed something, anything, that could make him slip. So they decided to take an insane
Yeah, Charles is John's friend. Yes.
risk. They came up with a plan
These are the two dudes that hurt the girl.
to push him over the edge. They would bluff, pretending that John had already been arrested and was ready to testify against him. If Charles believed it, the pressure might
Oh, you thought that white guy was John's friend. Oh, you gotta pay attention, Mike. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Lock in.
finally make him talk. But if he didn't, detectives would lose their best chance to get the truth.
Hi, Charles.
Wait, what was that?
The pressure might finally make him talk. But if he didn't, detectives would lose their best chance to get the truth.
Okay.
Hi, Charles.
Please take the polygraph test.
Let's get away from the polygraph, okay? Because you've been saying that ever since I read the warrant to you, okay? Because it's not looking good for you, okay?
I have absolutely nothing to do with that girl's murder. Can I please take a polygraph test? Can I please take
Let me tell you that John was arrested in New Jersey, okay? And he's staying like a
Oh! Yo! Chad, I posted a clip 4 hours ago with me and DKG Kai. Chad, that junk at 10.3. Damn. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my gosh, Chad. Let go, bro.
I don't care what he told you.
Well, you should.
I was not there.
Appreciate you, Kai.
Investigator Manuel told you that John was arrested earlier.
Okay.
And he's talking. What do you think he's saying?
I don't know what he's saying. I don't know, but I know I never seen that girl a day of my life.
You were both there, Charles.
No, we was not.
As soon as the questioning starts, Charles demands a polygraph, and detectives know exactly what that means. Polygraphs aren't reliable, can be manipulated, and their results can't be used in court. It's an easy way out. Simple yes or no questions instead of real confrontation. And before long, his avoidance turns into an act of ignorance.
I never seen that girl.
But you knew that they were married, and you knew that John had problems.
No, I did not know.
You told me. You told me at the Fountain Police Department that John has talked about how she was his career up.
That was a lie. Everybody saying like a bird. I never had no weapon. You will not find no fingerprints on no weapon that I touched. Number one.
Why is that?
Because I wasn't there. I didn't touch no weapon. I never had no weapon.
But he said, I'll never find fingerprints on a weapon that you touched.
Yeah. I guarantee
Have you ever told anybody that you're involved in this murder?
Do I look stupid? Do I look like I would just go inside of a jail to some guy I don't know and say, hey man, I murdered some girl?
You know, it looks like you were remorseful for your actions. Well, let me ask you this, where's the phone that you had that you communicated with Katie on?
Who's Kate? The girl that died?
Yeah.
I never communicated with her.
Where's the phone?
What phone?
The phone that was used to communicate with the girl the day that she was murdered.
Only phone that I had was the one you.
Hey, Chad, I know his heart beating so fast, his throat caving in. Yo, Chad, he feel like the walls collapsing. Said he over with, gang. He threw. He threw
Congregating
Daddy
in the
over.
one in Miss Christie's house.
Even after the detectives bluff and revealed the testimony his previous cellmate made about Charles' involvement in the crime, he denied everything. Still, detectives couldn't ignore the phone data placing him near the house or the chilling details from his bunkmate. With no confession, all they could do was wait. Charles's DNA was now added to the samples already being tested against the evidence found beneath Katie's fingernails. And when those results came back, they would finally reveal who was truly involved.
Uh-oh.
Over 2 weeks have now.
And he's so dumb, he said, "You will never find my prints on the weapon." Or, you know what I'm saying? He was too specific, bro, in his verbiage, bro. Yeah, he grits.
Passed since the last lead on the case. With false leads and missing crucial timelines, it was becoming more and more possible that the real killers of Katie would never be found. Until the detectives got a call from Hannah's parents, with information that could soon result in solving the whole case.
How many times is narrator gonna talk about, with critical information that could soon solve the case, with sound information that could brief everything a detective needs to make this case come to a close. You might get some information that could change this case and crack it wide open. Shut up, guys. Dog. Oh my goodness, bro. You tried. Ugh.
Hannah had resurfaced, stating she had been abandoned by John and would soon come back to her hometown, so
I didn't laugh. I was blowing something off my thumb.
law enforcement would be there, waiting for her. It was now the day when Hannah was supposed to come back to her home. Law enforcement secured all entries to the city, as well as all possible places she could
Chat, it's been almost 60 days since the murder, bro. It's 57 days.
go to. And finally, at 9 a.m., she would be spotted near her family home. From there, she would be instantly detained and taken to the police department for interrogation. For the detectives, it was now or never. That was their biggest chance of finding out what had really happened and who was
I'm starting to think, gang, that this junk did not take 7 years, bro. Oh, maybe they got everyone around. Maybe they found out like the case worked. Like not the case worked. Maybe they cracked the case open. Like maybe they solved the case. There we go. Right? But they didn't find him for another 7 years.
truly responsible for Katie's death.
What was the game plan when you guys left?
I don't think we really had one. Like, I guess both of us just kind of panicked, and he decided that he wanted to leave, like, the state. And
Is Shirley still 17? She probably done had a birthday by now. It's only been 2
we,
months.
like, drove up into the mountains, and he just got the car, like, stuck in trees, like, in the mountains.
What are you smiling about? You don't smile right now. Shut up. My gosh, bro.
I was like, what are we gonna do?
They should have just left the country. Yeah, Mari. Yeah, Mari. Thanks for helping them out.
He said that we would hike. I kind of, like, stopped, and I was crying, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I need to go home. Like, he started, like, yelling at me and calling me names. He said that if I left, like, he was gonna kill me. Then, like, one morning, like, he had gotten up and left, and then I was just like, I'm not just gonna, like, sit here. Like, I got up and I went to, like, down the street to, like, a hotel, started crying, and then I sent a message to my mom and dad.
Hannah continued describing their time on the run, doing her best to avoid talking about the day of the murder. It went on for nearly 2 hours, and by then, the pressure had clearly.
How you talk for 2 hours, bro? Like you could talk nonstop for 2 hours, bro?
Worn her down. That's when the detective would start asking her the difficult questions, causing Hannah to break, revealing everything she knows.
let's go back to that Monday, okay? Because we now have conversations between you and him on Wednesday about he's gonna meet up with her, he's gonna drink some beers with her at this abandoned house. He says he tries to meet up with her, it doesn't work. But then lo and behold, she's found at that abandoned house that he was supposed to go meet up with her at. Meanwhile, he randomly asks you to drop her off on Woodruff Road, or drop him off on Woodruff Road, and doesn't tell you why or anything. Okay? So can you please tell me what the game plan was? What did he tell you he was gonna go and do?
He told me that he was just gonna go talk to her at work.
You drove him over there.
He kept telling me, like, every day that, like, it was my fault, and that he did it for me, and, like...
What did he say?
And Che, you know what's the sad part? Real quick, because I just realized that this is super common. I don't know where you're from, but in Florida, this is super common. Super common. Unfortunately, I think it might even be, nah, it's not that common in the Bahamas. Not that I know of. Not that I know. But super common in Florida, especially South Florida. 17-year-old girls with 20, 22, 23-year-old men. 16-year-old girls with 20, 21, 22-year-old men. That's gross, bro. That's nasty, bro. That's horrifying, bro. If you're a girl in the chat right now, please listen to me, Doug. Listen to me, Doug. That's not cool. Every girl, literally every girl who makes it past that stupid relationship, they always look back. Please ask any of them. Ask any of them. You don't have to believe me. Just ask any of them. Do your research, whatever. I don't lie to you. Every girl says, bro, that was weird. Cause I wouldn't do it with I wouldn't date a 16-year-old boy now that I'm 20, 21, 22, 23. Because that's weird. Come on, bro. If you're 16 years old, if you're 17 years old, dating a 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old, you're a victim. Even if it seemed like it's all sunshine and rainbows, bro, listen to me, gang. Or vice versa. Boy, 16, if you're a 16 or 17-year-old boy dating a 20, 21-year-old, 23-year-old woman, you're a victim, bro. Get out of there. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the adult supervision to, stop this type of stuff from happening. Family, that means you need to be the bigger person. Use your big brain, that big, beautiful brain that God gave you. And bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Get out of there. Please, get out of there. All right? Come on, man. Don't get me wrong. I think older women are amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when I was 16, I wasn't interested in no, like, even if I thought it was pretty, bro, I wasn't interested in dating no 20-year-old woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm 18. I'm 18, she's 22. Come on, man. Come on, man. She bad. You know what I'm saying? She bad. But all jokes aside, bro, for real, gang. For real, bro. Please, if that's your situation, get out of there. Please.
He did for you. He said
They like, it's so easy for stuff like this to happen, like manipulation. Dang, she's 17, bro, 20-something. He already dated a bunch of girls at her age. He already know how she thinking. It's easy to manipulate her. Bro, it's your fault. It's your fault. I did this because you said we wouldn't be able to talk if she stayed alive or some stupidness like that, or if I ever talked to her, so I made it not possible. It's your fault. Bro, what?
Morgan said that he like yelled it really loud. Said that he killed her for me.
Hannah, was there a plan before this to get rid of Katie?
No.
Not from you, but did John ever talk to you about getting rid of Katie? Honestly.
No.
What did he tell you about killing Katie?
He just said that, like, it was really, like, bloody. He told me that the knife broke. He just said that his handle broke. The knife. The last thing she said.
You know how vigorous they had to be, like, just being so gruesome with this girl, bruh, for the knife to break, bruh.
Ow. And she said that before that if he let her go, that she wouldn't call the police.
Where were they, Hen?
In the abandoned house.
And you don't know exactly where he could be or what he said, right? Okay. Hannah, did you have anything to do with killing Katie? And the reason why I ask you this is because we're still hunting for John.
See, Chad, I'm telling you, I think they solved the murder, but I think they didn't find him for another couple of years.
Okay. And as much as you think John cares about you, from an outsider's perspective, not knowing you, not being your mom, he doesn't.
Unfortunately, Hannah's statements proved far less helpful in finding John than the detectives initially hoped for. Although she stated that John confessed to killing Katie and provided some new insights, she didn't know much about Charles's involvement. And while she could be arrested, detectives decided she might prove more useful free. After all, they now had her back in the city and under close watch, which seemed like a small success. What they didn't realize, however, was that this was all part of John's plan, planting Hannah back in the city to infiltrate the case and feed him exactly what detectives knew, keeping him one step ahead for years to come. Almost 3 months had passed since Katie's body was found in the basement.
Oh, my bad, too fast. Basically, they released her. They figured she would be more valuable to them, to the investigation if she was back out in the city under supervision. Ain't nothing happened right there.
Of the abandoned house, and the killer was still out there. But on that particular day, the long-awaited DNA results finally came back, and the results of DNA found under Katie's fingernails pointed to no one else but John himself. With the DNA matching to John, Wayne was cleared, but detectives
After 90 days, my dog Wayne cleared.
still believed Hannah or Charles might have helped, or at least knew far more than they admitted. Detectives already knew that John was only using cash and most likely a fake ID. So all they could do at the moment was wait for John to make a critical mistake that would allow them to catch him.
Yeah, like you need gas or something and go Apple Pay on him. Grits, you through. Oh my God, she go Apple Pay on him, he through. Apple Pay gonna do it every time. Oh my God.
Careful. Very careful.
This 2016, bro. I think Apple, like that tap to pay junk dropped in like 2019.
It had been over 7 months since Katie's murder and 6 months since John went on the run, when on May 21st, 2017, investigators received tips and possible sightings of John in Washington, over 2,700 miles from South Carolina, where Katie was found dead, and over 300 miles away from where his red Yukon was found abandoned. Acting on these leads, they canvassed local businesses and retrieved CCTV footage from a parking lot in Washington where John was captured on camera.
Okay, so Chad, I think it's been a year.
Unfortunately, despite getting close, John managed to slip away, vanishing off under the radar once again. For the next year, the investigation hit a standstill. It wasn't until September 6th, 2018,
Chad, it's been almost 2 years since the, you know what I'm saying?
almost 2 years since Katie's death, when Hannah finally revealed that John had given her his journal and tools to hide, a crucial piece of evidence that would shift the case in a new direction. The journal became a pivotal piece of evidence, revealing John's state of mind and his premeditated intentions. It confirms that John's actions were driven by a deep desire to be with Hannah and his willingness to kill Katie to make that happen. During her interview, Hannah
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta be so dedicated to work a case for that long. I could never be a detective. Respected them, no facts, bro. How you even remember this? Like, how is this like? How are the pieces together in your brain? How do you sleep at night with also having this much information on your brain, like at the forefront of your brain, to be able to like bring it back up? Unless they're like doing something else I wouldn't do. Logging all this information and then reading up on it. Oh, to get catch up. Oh, I'm not doing it.
admitted she had been John's girlfriend and that she had been in constant contact with him before Katie's death. She also confessed that she had hidden John's journal, which contained disturbing entries about his obsessive thoughts and plans to escape with Hannah. This was the last significant breakthrough in the case for years. With no new leads, the investigation stalled. Detectives spent the next few years chasing down small tips and piecing together fragments of information, but nothing substantial came of it. The case gradually faded from public attention. Then, in 2022, 6 years
Wow. That's up the street, gang.
after Katie's death, everything is about to change. After over 6 years of dead ends, U.S. Marshals and local law enforcement tracked John down in Oregon. He had erased his past, now living under the alias Ben Klein. Under his new identity, he had
Whoa.
started a fresh
Gang, I think I know this person. I think this person sent me a guitar before. Hold on, chat. Wait, where is this?
years of dead ends. U.S. Marshals
Oregon?
and local
Nah, I
law
know
enforcement tracked John down in Oregon. He had
Oregon's a good
erased
pick.
his past.
If you're on the run, Oregon is good picks, bro. Because think about it. Who lives in Oregon? Portland, Oregon? Oh, wait. Is that Maine? Maine? Portland, Maine. Oregon. Maine and Oregon are right there. They all up there, bro.
Now living under the alias Ben Klein.
Ben Klein.
Under
I don't trust nobody with 2 syllables for names. Your first name is 1 syllable. Your second name is 1 syllable. Shut up, gang. Shut up, gang. You're. What's your name? Jake Ball. Jake Ball. Jake Bell. Jake Bell. Jake Bell. Nice to meet you.
his new identity, he had started a fresh life, marrying a new woman and leaving his past behind.
Nah, you need a bigger one explosion than that. He got married? Jack, could you imagine marrying? What? Could you imagine marrying someone who's literally on the run for murder? You swear he's like, or she's like the apple of your eye, the best person in the world. Wow, and this person, no one who, wow, bro. Wow.
The arrest felt surreal. John, who had spent so long
I expected him to have this ponytail, by the way. I did.
evading capture, was now cornered. After years of hiding in plain sight, the truth had finally caught up with him, and the case was nearing its resolution. However, the mystery of how Katie was lured to the abandoned house remains unsolved to this day. Her phone was recovered damaged, limiting investigators' ability to access message content and
Corrupt file. I know a thing or two about corrupt files, gang. Oh my gosh, so much stream footage got corrupted, chat. I don't even know how it happened, bro. I don't touch my files, bro. I literally take it from here, put it in my storage. That's it. Or I'll download it, put it in the drive. That's it. I don't touch my files, bro. And I've been dealing with corrupted files this year, bro, in the last few weeks, bro.
app-based communications. And while rumors suggested Charles Scott might have had contact with her, this was never confirmed. With no physical or forensic evidence tying him to the crime, he was ultimately ruled out as a suspect and never sentenced. In 2022, during an interview,
Wow, imagine it's Charles. Imagine Charles got something to do with it and no, got off.
after John's arrest, Hannah revealed
You way too. I mean, for her age, I expect her to be doing 6'7". I do. I expect it. I expect it, bro. But I mean, at the same time, gang,
in 2022, during an interview after John's arrest, Hannah
way too old to be doing 6'7", bro. Come on, man.
revealed for the first time that she and John had been in regular contact throughout the years he was on the run, continuing to text and communicate, even after she had returned to South Carolina. This new revelation shed light on her role in helping John evade capture. Finally, on September 20th, 2024, John Blauvelt was convicted of Katie's murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Without parole, they would have gave your dumb man like 15 years. They would have probably gave you like eligibility to parole or some dumb junk like that, because you know you probably had a good lawyer. Probably would have gave your dumb man maybe 20 to 25 years max. Probably with some parole. Dang, bro, you're ugly at going to jail for life, stupid dummy. Gosh, bro, that little girl never gonna have no kids, never gonna get to make her parents laugh again. Never gonna get to, bro, I hope she was a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Vicious, bro. Vicious. That's weird, bro. I hope they gave her ugly ass.
Thompson was charged with obstruction of justice and accessory after.
She gotta give her a decade, please. I just need a tenor. Give her a tenor. Give her a tenor. Give her a tenor, please. That's her first offense. She a youngin'. Tenor, give her a tenor.
Fact, receiving a sentence of 10 years.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Tenor. I knew it. Come on, gang.
Years.
Wow. Chat. That was crazy. Yo. I don't even know what to say, bro. I honestly do not know what to say. Chat. Bro, this is some evil junk, bro. This was evil, bro. This was evil. Bro thought he was smart, but he wasn't. And I'm glad his plan didn't work out. I'm glad they threw the book it, bro. Bye.